Ever felt like you were born for something special? Like there's a fire inside you that just won't quit? Well, guess what? You might be right. Some people are born with a spark of greatness, a hidden potential that sets them apart from the crowd. These are the chosen ones, individuals destined to make a big impact on the world. But how do you know if you're one of them? Don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, we're going to explore 9 telltale signs that you might be destined for greatness. So buckle up, because this journey of self-discovery could change your life forever. Now, before we dive into these signs, let's talk about what it means to be a chosen one. Don't worry, we're not talking about some exclusive club or secret society here. Being a chosen one isn't about being better than everyone else. It's about having a unique purpose, a special role to play in the grand scheme of things. It's like being a puzzle piece that fits perfectly into the big picture of life. Think of it this way. In a world full of candles, chosen ones are like lighthouses. They shine brighter, guide others, and make a lasting impact. But here's the thing. Being a chosen one isn't always easy. It comes with its own set of challenges and responsibilities. That's why it's so important to recognize the signs. When you know who you are and what you're capable of, you can start living up to your true potential. So, are you ready to find out if you're one of these special individuals? Let's jump into the first 3 signs that you might be destined for greatness. Remember, you don't need to have all of these signs to be a chosen one. Even if you relate to just a few, it could mean you have a unique calling waiting to be discovered. Let's kick things off with the first sign, an unshakable sense of purpose. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, it's that gut feeling, that inner voice that keeps telling you that you're meant for something more. It's like having an internal compass that always points you towards your true north, even when life gets stormy. If you're a chosen one, you might find yourself constantly driven by a mission or a cause bigger than yourself. Maybe you've always felt a strong urge to help others, to create something amazing, or to change the world in some way. This feeling isn't just a passing fancy. It's a deep-rooted conviction that sticks with you no matter what. Think about it. Do you often catch yourself daydreaming about making a difference? Do you feel restless or unfulfilled when you're not working towards your goals? That's your sense of purpose knocking on the door of your consciousness, saying, "Hey, don't forget about me." This sense of purpose often shows up early in life. Maybe as a kid, you were always the one organizing fundraisers for the local animal shelter, or perhaps you spent hours tinkering with gadgets, dreaming of inventing the next big thing. Whatever form it takes, this purpose feels like an essential part of who you are. But here's the thing. Having a strong sense of purpose doesn't mean you have it all figured out. You might not know exactly how you're going to change the world yet, and that's okay. The important thing is that you feel called to do something meaningful with your life. It's like having a puzzle piece in your hand. You know it fits somewhere in the big picture, even if you can't see the whole image yet. This unshakable sense of purpose can be both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, it gives you direction and motivation. It's like having a personal cheerleader in your head, always encouraging you to push forward. On the other hand, it can sometimes make you feel out of step with others who might not understand your drive or passion. You might find yourself feeling frustrated when others don't share your enthusiasm, or when life's daily responsibilities get in the way of your bigger goals. But don't let that discourage you. This sense of purpose is a gift, and it's one of the clearest signs that you're destined for greatness. So, how can you nurture this sense of purpose? Start by giving yourself permission to dream big. Don't be afraid to imagine the impact you want to have on the world. Write it down, talk about it with others who support you, and most importantly, take small steps every day towards your goals. Remember, even the biggest journeys start with a single step. Also, try to align your daily activities with your larger purpose as much as possible. Look for opportunities to make a difference, no matter how small. Every act of kindness, every moment spent honing your skills, every step towards your dreams, it all adds up. And here's a little secret. Embracing your sense of purpose not only benefits you, but it can inspire others too. When you live with passion and conviction, it's contagious. You become a beacon of inspiration for those around you, showing them what's possible when you follow your heart. So, If you've got that fire in your belly, that unwavering belief that you're meant for something more, congratulations. You might just be showing the first sign of being a chosen one. Embrace it, nurture it, and get ready for an incredible journey ahead. Now, let's move on to the second sign. Unwavering resilience in the face of adversity. This is a big one, folks. Life isn't always smooth sailing, especially for those destined for greatness. But what sets chosen ones apart is their ability to bounce back, no matter how tough things get. Think of resilience as your inner superhero cape. When life knocks you down, it's that magical power that helps you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. It's not about avoiding problems or never feeling down. It's about how you handle those tough times when they come your way. If you're a chosen one, you might notice that you have an unusually high tolerance for setbacks. Where others might give up after a few failures, you keep pushing through. It's like you've got this inner voice saying, "Nice try, life, but I'm not done yet." You see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as challenges to overcome, opportunities to grow stronger. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're working on a big project, something you're really passionate about. You pour your heart and soul into it, but when you present it to others, it falls flat. People don't get it, or worse, they criticize it harshly. Now, for many people, this would be enough to make them quit. They might think, well, I guess I'm not cut out for this after all. But if you're showing signs of being a chosen one, your reaction might be different. Sure, you'll feel disappointed. You're human, after all. But instead of giving up, you'll start thinking, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I make it better? You'll take that criticism, sift through it for useful feedback, and use it to fuel your next attempt. That's resilience in action. This unwavering resilience often comes from a deep-seated belief in yourself and your mission. It's like you've got an internal wellspring of strength that never runs dry. When times get tough, you're able to tap into this reserve and keep going, even when others might think it's hopeless. But let's be clear, being resilient doesn't mean you never feel down or discouraged. Chosen ones aren't immune to negative emotions. The difference is in how you handle these feelings. Instead of letting them defeat you, you acknowledge them, process them, and then use them as motivation to push harder. This resilience often shows up in other areas of your life too. Maybe you're the friend everyone turns to in a crisis because you always seem to keep a level head. Or perhaps you've overcome some major life challenges that would have broken many others. These experiences have forged your spirit, making you stronger and more determined. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't always feel strong. Sometimes I want to give up too. And that's perfectly normal. Resilience isn't about being invincible. It's about being able to recover and keep going. Even the most resilient people have moments of doubt and weakness. The key is what you do in those moments. If you're a chosen one, you might have developed some strategies for boosting your resilience without even realizing it. Maybe you practice positive self-talk, reminding yourself of your strengths and past successes when things get tough. Or perhaps you've learned to break big challenges down into smaller, manageable steps so they feel less overwhelming. You might also have a knack for finding the silver lining in tough situations. Where others see failure, you see a lesson learned. Where others see a problem, you see an opportunity for growth. This ability to reframe negative experiences into positive ones is a superpower in itself. Another aspect of this unwavering resilience is the ability to adapt and pivot when necessary. Chosen ones aren't just stubborn, they're flexible too. If one approach isn't working, they're willing to try another. They understand that there are many paths to success, and they're not afraid to blaze their own trail if the usual routes are blocked. This resilience also tends to inspire others. When people see you bouncing back from setbacks, it gives them hope and courage to face their own challenges. Without even trying, you become a role model, showing others what's possible with perseverance and a positive attitude. So, how can you cultivate this kind of resilience if you feel it's not your strong suit? Start by reframing how you think about challenges. Instead of seeing them as threats, try to view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Celebrate your efforts, not just your successes. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Resilience isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Remember, every time you face a difficulty and choose to keep going, you're strengthening your resilience muscle. It's like going to the gym for your spirit. The more you practice, the stronger you get. So, if you find yourself bouncing back from setbacks with determination, if you're able to keep your eyes on the prize even when the going gets tough, congratulations. You're showing another strong sign of being a chosen one. Embrace your resilience. It's one of your greatest strengths on your journey to greatness. All right, let's dive into the third sign. Intense curiosity and a thirst for knowledge. This is where things get really exciting. If you're a chosen one, you probably have a mind that's always hungry for more information, more understanding, more wisdom. Think of your curiosity like a superpower. It's that inner drive that makes you ask why and how about everything around you. It's the force that keeps you up late at night, reading just one more chapter, watching just one more educational video, or tinkering with a project long after others would have given up. This isn't just about being a bookworm or a good student, although you might be those things too. This is about having a deep, genuine interest in understanding the world around you. If you're showing this sign, you're probably the type of person who's always eager to learn something new, whether it's a practical skill, a fascinating fact, or a mind-bending concept. Let me paint a picture for you. Do you find yourself jumping from one interesting topic to another, following your curiosity wherever it leads? Maybe you started reading about ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, which led you to learn about cryptography, which somehow got you interested in computer programming. Before you know it, you're dreaming of creating an app that teaches ancient languages using modern technology. That's the kind of connect-the-dots thinking that often comes with this intense curiosity. Or perhaps you're the type who dives deep into subjects that capture your interest. When something grabs your attention, you don't just scratch the surface. You want to know everything about it. You read books, watch documentaries, join online forums, maybe even reach out to experts in the field. Your friends and family might tease you about your obsessions, but to you, it's just the natural way to approach something interesting. This thirst for knowledge often goes hand in hand with a love of learning. If you're a chosen one, you probably see every day as an opportunity to learn something new. You're not content with just knowing the what, you want to understand the why and the how to. This makes you a natural problem solver, always looking for new and better ways to do things. But here's the really cool part. This curiosity isn't just about accumulating random facts. If you're destined for greatness, you have a knack for connecting different pieces of information in unique and innovative ways. You might find yourself coming up with solutions or ideas that others overlook because you're able to draw from a wide range of knowledge and experiences. This sign often shows up early in life. As a kid, you might have been the one always asking questions, taking things apart to see how they work, or reading books meant for much older kids. Your parents or teachers might have struggled to keep up with your insatiable appetite for information. And guess what? That's a good thing. It means your mind has always been primed for growth and discovery. Now, this intense curiosity can sometimes be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it makes life incredibly rich and interesting. There's always something new to learn, always a puzzle to solve. You're rarely bored because your mind is always engaged with something fascinating. On the other hand, it can sometimes be overwhelming. You might feel like there's never enough time to learn everything you want to know. You might struggle with focus because everything seems interesting and important. But don't worry, these are good problems to have. If you're feeling overwhelmed by your own curiosity, try to remember that it's not about knowing everything. It's about enjoying the process of discovery and using what you learn to make a positive impact. One of the great things about this thirst for knowledge is that it keeps you humble. The more you learn, the more you realize how much there is still to know. This humility, combined with your eagerness to learn, makes you approachable and relatable, even as you achieve great things. So, how can you make the most of this sign if you recognize it in yourself? First, embrace your curiosity. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for being interested in nerdy or obscure topics. Your unique interests are part of what make you special. Next, try to find ways to channel your curiosity productively. Look for connections between the different things you're learning. How can you use your knowledge to solve problems or create something new? This is where the magic happens, where your thirst for knowledge transforms into real-world impact. Also, don't be afraid to share what you learn with others. Chosen ones often make great teachers because their enthusiasm is contagious. When you share your knowledge, you're not just showing off, you're inspiring others and spreading the joy of learning. Remember to stay open-minded too. Your curiosity should extend to other people's ideas and perspectives, not just facts and concepts. Some of the most valuable knowledge comes from listening to others and considering viewpoints different from your own. Lastly, make learning a lifelong commitment. The world is always changing, always presenting new challenges and opportunities. By staying curious and continuously expanding your knowledge, you'll be ready to adapt and make a positive impact no matter what the future holds. So, if you find yourself constantly hungry for new information, if your mind is always buzzing with questions and ideas, if you get excited about learning new things, congratulations. You're showing another powerful sign of being a chosen one. Your curiosity is a gift. Nurture it, follow where it leads you, and watch as it opens doors to incredible opportunities and insights. Remember, this thirst for knowledge isn't just about personal growth. It's about equipping yourself to make a real difference in the world. The more you learn, the more tools you have to tackle big problems and create positive change. So keep asking questions, keep exploring, keep learning. Your curious mind is one of your greatest assets on your journey to greatness. Let's move on to our fourth sign, heightened empathy and emotional intelligence. This is a big one, folks. If you're a chosen one, you might find that you have an uncanny ability to understand and connect with others on a deep, emotional level. Think of empathy as your emotional superpower. It's like having a special radar that picks up on other people's feelings, even when they're not saying anything out loud. You can walk into a room and immediately sense the mood, whether it's tense, excited, or somewhere in between. It's almost like you can read minds, but instead of thoughts, you're reading emotions. This heightened empathy often goes hand in hand with strong emotional intelligence. What does that mean? Well, it's not just about understanding others' feelings. It's about understanding your own emotions too. You're likely to be self-aware, able to recognize and manage your own emotional states. This combination of empathy and emotional intelligence makes you a natural at navigating social situations and building strong relationships. If you're showing this sign, you might find that people are naturally drawn to you. Friends often come to you for advice or just to talk things out. Why? Because they sense that you truly understand them. You have a knack for making others feel heard and validated. When someone's talking to you, they feel like they're the most important person in the world. But it's not just about listening. Your empathy allows you to offer genuine, heartfelt support. You don't just say, "I understand." You really do understand. And because of this, you're often able to offer comfort or advice that really hits home. This empathetic nature often extends beyond just people you know. You might find yourself deeply moved by news stories or documentaries about people's struggles. You might feel a strong urge to help when you see someone in need, even if they're a stranger. This compassion is a beautiful thing. It's what drives many chosen ones to make a positive impact on the world. But here's the thing, being highly empathetic isn't always easy. Sometimes, it can feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You might find yourself overwhelmed by the emotions of those around you, or drained after spending time in crowded, emotionally charged environments. It's important to remember that while your empathy is a gift, you need to take care of yourself too. Your emotional intelligence comes into play here. It helps you set healthy boundaries, so you can be there for others without burning yourself out. It also helps you navigate complex social situations with grace. You're likely good at defusing tensions, mediating conflicts, and bringing out the best in others. This combination of empathy and emotional intelligence makes you a natural leader. People trust you because they know you understand them. They're willing to follow you because they sense your genuine care and concern. In a world that often feels divided, your ability to bridge gaps and build connections is incredibly valuable. So, if you find yourself easily tuning into others' emotions, if you're the person everyone turns to for emotional support, If you have a deep desire to help and understand others, congratulations. You're showing another powerful sign of being a chosen one. Your empathy and emotional intelligence are gifts that can help you make a real difference in the lives of others. Now, let's talk about our fifth sign, a strong sense of integrity and ethics. This is a big deal because it's not just about what you do. It's about who you are at your core. If you're a chosen one, you likely have a strong moral compass that guides your actions and decisions. It's like you have an internal voice that always pushes you to do the right thing, even when it's not easy or popular. This isn't about following rules just because they're there. It's about having a deep, personal understanding of right and wrong and living according to those principles. Think about it this way. Integrity is like being the main character in your own story. You're not just going along with what everyone else does or says. You're making choices based on your values, even when no one's watching. It's about being true to yourself and your beliefs, no matter what. This strong sense of ethics often shows up in everyday situations. Maybe you're the one who always speaks up when you see something unfair happening. Or perhaps you're known for being honest, even when a little white lie might make things easier. You might find yourself going out of your way to right a wrong, or to stand up for someone who can't stand up for themselves. But here's the thing. Having strong integrity doesn't mean you're perfect. We all make mistakes. The difference is, when you mess up, you own it. You take responsibility for your actions and do what you can to make things right. This willingness to admit when you're wrong and to learn from your mistakes is a sign of true strength and character. Your strong ethics might also mean that you hold yourself to high standards. You're not content with just doing the bare minimum. You want to do your best in everything you do, not to show off, but because it's the right thing to do. This can sometimes be challenging. You might find yourself working harder or going the extra mile when others around you aren't. But for you, the satisfaction of knowing you've done your best is worth it. This sense of integrity often extends to how you treat others. You're likely to be fair and respectful in your dealings with people, regardless of their status or what they can do for you. You understand that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and kindness. Your strong ethics might also make you a bit of a rebel sometimes, in a good way. When you see systems or practices that are unjust or harmful, you're not afraid to challenge them. You might find yourself speaking up against popular opinions if you believe they're wrong. This can be scary, but your commitment to what's right gives you the courage to stand your ground. Having this strong moral compass doesn't mean you're judgmental of others, though. If you're a chosen one, you likely understand that the world isn't black and white. You can disagree with someone's actions while still treating them with compassion and respect. Your ethics are a guide for your own behavior, not a weapon to use against others. This sense of integrity often makes you a trusted figure in your community. People know they can count on you to be honest and fair. They might come to you for advice on ethical dilemmas because they value your perspective. This trust is a powerful thing. It gives you the ability to influence others and to be a force for positive change. But living with such strong integrity isn't always easy. You might sometimes find yourself in situations where doing the right thing comes at a personal cost. You might have to make tough choices that others don't understand. In a world that often seems to reward cutting corners, your commitment to doing things the right way might sometimes feel like a burden. Remember, though, that this integrity is one of your greatest strengths. It's what will allow you to look back on your life with pride, knowing that you stayed true to your values. It's what will inspire others to be better, to do better. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, your steady moral compass is incredibly valuable. So, if you find yourself consistently choosing the ethical path, even when it's difficult, if you have a strong sense of right and wrong that guides your actions, if you're known for your honesty and fairness, congratulations. You're showing another powerful sign of being a chosen one. Your integrity and ethics are not just personal traits, they're tools that can help you make a positive impact on the world around you. Let's dive into our sixth sign, an inexplicable connection to nature or the universe. Now, this might sound a bit mystical, but stay with me here. If you're a chosen one, you might feel a deep, almost spiritual bond with the world around you. This connection isn't just about liking nature or enjoying a good sunset, although those things are great too. It's a profound sense of being part of something bigger than yourself. You might feel most alive when you're out in nature, or you might have moments where you feel incredibly small yet connected to everything in the universe. Think about it like this. While others might see a forest as just a bunch of trees, you see it as a living, breathing ecosystem. You might feel a sense of peace and belonging when you're outdoors that you can't quite explain. It's like nature speaks to you in a language that others can't hear. This connection often comes with a strong sense of responsibility towards the environment. You might find yourself deeply affected by news about climate change or habitat destruction. It's not just an intellectual concern. It's an emotional one. You feel a personal stake in the well-being of the planet. But this connection isn't limited to just nature. You might also feel a strong link to the cosmos. Maybe you're fascinated by astronomy, or you feel a sense of awe when you look up at the stars. You might have a keen interest in the mysteries of the universe, always wondering about our place in the grand scheme of things. This connection to nature or the universe often comes with a heightened sense of intuition. You might have gut feelings that turn out to be right, or you might sense things that others don't notice. It's like you're tuned into a frequency that most people can't access. If you're experiencing this sign, you might also find that you're drawn to practices that help you connect with nature or explore your spirituality. This could be anything from meditation to hiking, from studying ancient wisdom to exploring modern physics. You're on a quest to understand your place in the universe and to live in harmony with the world around you. This deep connection can sometimes make you feel a bit out of step with modern society. In a world that often seems disconnected from nature, your sensitivity to the natural world might make you feel different. You might struggle with aspects of modern life that seem to go against the natural order of things. But here's the thing. This connection is incredibly valuable. In a time when our relationship with the planet is more crucial than ever, your innate understanding of our interconnectedness with nature is a gift. Your perspective can help others see the world in a new way, inspiring them to live more harmoniously with the environment. Moreover, this connection often comes with a sense of purpose. You might feel called to protect the environment, to explore the mysteries of the universe, or to help others reconnect with nature. This sense of purpose can be a powerful driving force in your life. So, if you find yourself feeling deeply connected to nature or the cosmos, if you have an intuitive understanding of the world around you, if you feel a responsibility towards the planet, congratulations. You're showing another powerful sign of being a chosen one. Your connection to nature and the universe is not just a personal trait. It's a perspective that can help guide humanity towards a more sustainable and harmonious future. Let's move on to our seventh sign. Unusual life experiences or synchronicities. This is where things get really interesting. If you're a chosen one, you might find that your life is peppered with events that seem too coincidental to be, well, just coincidences. Synchronicities are those moments when things align in ways that feel meaningful or significant. It's like the universe is winking at you, sending you little messages or nudges. Maybe you keep seeing the same number everywhere you look, or you randomly think of an old friend right before they call you out of the blue. These experiences aren't just random oddities, they often feel deeply meaningful to you. It's like they're confirming that you're on the right path, or pointing you in a new direction. You might find that when you're faced with a big decision, some unexpected event occurs that helps guide your choice. Chosen ones often report having experiences that are hard to explain rationally. Maybe you've had vivid dreams that seem to predict future events. Or perhaps you've had moments of déjà vu so strong that it felt like you were reliving a memory. Some people describe feeling a presence guiding them or having sudden flashes of insight that seem to come from nowhere. These unusual experiences might also include moments of extreme clarity or understanding. You might have sudden realizations about your life purpose or about how the world works. It's like pieces of a puzzle suddenly clicking into place, revealing a bigger picture you hadn't seen before. Now, I'm not saying you're seeing ghosts or getting messages from aliens. These experiences are often subtle and personal. What makes them significant is how they feel to you and how they influence your life journey. If you're experiencing this sign, you might find yourself more open to the idea that there's more to reality than what we can see and touch. You might be drawn to exploring different spiritual or philosophical ideas, always seeking to understand the deeper meaning behind your experiences. But here's the thing. Having these unusual experiences doesn't mean you're losing touch with reality. In fact, chosen ones often have a unique ability to balance the rational and the intuitive. You're able to keep your feet on the ground while still being open to the mysteries of life. These synchronicities and unusual experiences often serve as signposts on your journey. They might guide you towards your true path, confirm that you're making the right choices, or nudge you to pay attention to something important. So, if you find yourself experiencing meaningful coincidences, if you have moments of unexplainable insight or clarity, if your life seems to be guided by a hidden hand, congratulations. You're showing another powerful sign of being a chosen one. Your openness to these experiences is not just a quirk. It's a tool that can help you navigate your unique journey and fulfill your greater purpose. Now, let's talk about our eighth sign, a magnetic personality that inspires others. This isn't about being the life of the party or having tons of friends, although you might have those things too. It's about having a certain quality that draws people to you and makes them want to be better versions of themselves. If you're a chosen one with this trait, you might notice that people are naturally drawn to you. It's not because you're trying to be popular or because you're always the loudest voice in the room. It's more like you have this invisible energy that people can sense and want to be around. Think of it like this. You're like a lighthouse in a stormy sea. People are drawn to your light, your stability, your warmth. They might not even know why they feel so comfortable around you, but they do. You have a way of making people feel seen and understood, even if you've just met them. This magnetic quality often comes with a natural ability to inspire others. When you talk about your passions or your dreams, people listen. Not just because you're interesting, but because your enthusiasm is contagious. You have a way of making others believe in themselves and their own potential. If you're experiencing this sign, you might find that people often come to you for advice or support. They trust your judgment and value your opinion. You might be the person friends turn to when they need a pep talk or a fresh perspective on a problem. But it's not just about giving advice. Your magnetic personality often inspires people to take action. After talking with you, they might feel motivated to chase their dreams, to make positive changes in their lives, or to tackle challenges they've been avoiding. It's like your belief in them gives them the courage to believe in themselves. This inspirational quality isn't about being perfect or having all the answers. In fact, it's often your willingness to be vulnerable and share your own struggles that makes you so relatable and inspiring. People see that you face challenges too, but you keep moving forward. This gives them hope and motivation for their own journeys. Your magnetic personality might also make you a natural leader, even if you don't see yourself that way. You might find that people look to you for guidance in group situations, or that you're often asked to take charge of projects or initiatives. This isn't because you're bossy or power-hungry. It's because people trust you and want to follow your lead. But here's the thing. Having this magnetic, inspiring personality isn't always easy. You might sometimes feel the weight of others' expectations or feel responsible for their happiness and success. It's important to remember that while you can inspire and support others, everyone is ultimately responsible for their own journey. This magnetic quality is a powerful tool for making a positive impact in the world. Your ability to inspire and motivate others can create ripple effects of positive change. The people you inspire might go on to inspire others, creating a chain reaction of growth and positivity. So, if you find that people are naturally drawn to you, if you often inspire others to be their best selves, if you have a way of motivating people to chase their dreams, congratulations. You're showing another powerful sign of being a chosen one. Your magnetic personality is not just a personal trait. It's a gift that can help you make a significant positive impact on the lives of others and the world around you. Let's dive into our ninth and final sign, a sense of being different or misunderstood. Now, this might not sound like a positive thing at first, but bear with me. If you're a chosen one, you might have felt like you didn't quite fit in for most of your life. This feeling of being different isn't about being weird or trying to stand out. It's more like you see the world through a different lens than most people. You might have interests or perspectives that others find unusual. Maybe you've always asked questions that others don't think to ask, or you see possibilities where others see dead ends. Think of it like this. You're a square peg in a world of round holes. It's not that there's anything wrong with you. You're just shaped differently. And that difference is actually your strength, even if it doesn't always feel that way. If you're experiencing this sign, you might have felt misunderstood by others, especially when you were younger. Maybe your ideas were dismissed as unrealistic, or your interests were seen as strange. You might have struggled to explain your thoughts or feelings in a way that others could understand. This sense of being different can sometimes lead to feelings of loneliness or isolation. You might have times where you feel like no one really gets you. But here's the important thing. This feeling of being different is often a sign that you have a unique perspective or gift to offer the world. Many chosen ones report feeling like they're not from this world, or that they're here for a specific purpose. This isn't about believing you're an alien or anything like that. It's more a sense that you have a mission or a role to play that's different from the typical life path. Your sense of being different might also come with a strong desire to make a difference in the world. You might feel frustrated with the status quo and have big ideas about how things could be better. This drive to create positive change is a common trait among chosen ones. But here's the thing. Feeling different doesn't mean you're alone. In fact, many chosen ones find that as they embrace their uniqueness, they start to attract others who think and feel similarly. It's like finding your tribe, people who understand and appreciate your unique perspective. This sense of being different can actually be a powerful asset. Your unique way of seeing the world might allow you to come up with innovative solutions to problems or to create things that no one else has thought of. Many great inventors, artists, and leaders throughout history have been people who didn't quite fit the mold. So, if you've always felt a bit different, if you've struggled to fit in or to make others understand your perspective, if you have a sense that you're here for a special purpose, congratulations. You're showing another powerful sign of being a chosen one. Your uniqueness is not a flaw. It's a gift that can help you make a unique and valuable contribution to the world. We've journeyed through 9 powerful signs that you might be destined for greatness. From an unshakable sense of purpose to a feeling of being different, these signs paint a picture of individuals who are uniquely equipped to make a significant impact on the world. Remember, being a chosen one isn't about being better than others. It's about having a unique set of gifts and perspectives that come with both opportunities and responsibilities. If you've recognized several of these signs in yourself, it's an invitation to embrace your potential and step into your power. But here's the most important thing to remember. Whether you identify with one sign or all 9, you have the capacity to create positive change in the world. Being a chosen one isn't about waiting for destiny to unfold. It's about actively choosing to use your gifts and pursue your purpose. Your journey might not always be easy. You might face challenges and doubts along the way. But remember, these struggles are often part of the process of growing into your full potential. Every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger and better prepared for the path ahead. So, what now? If you've recognized yourself in these signs, take some time to reflect on what that means for you. What unique gifts do you have to offer the world? What changes do you want to see? And how can you contribute to making them happen? Remember, you're not alone on this journey. There are others out there like you, seeking to make a positive impact. Seek them out, support each other, and collaborate. Together, chosen ones can create waves of positive change that ripple out far beyond what any individual could achieve alone. Embrace your uniqueness, trust your intuition, and have courage in pursuing your vision. The world needs what only you can offer. So step into your power, chosen one. Your journey to greatness begins now.